Hello friends, today we are here to discuss the topic that is called cell. Whenever you read a cell or about the cell, what comes in your mind is that what is actually a cell? Cell एक वैसे ही एक part of a building है, like bricks are the part of building. Whenever you go in a construction or you have seen the construction, you can see thousands of bricks are needed. Yes, इसी तरह से वो जो ईंटें है ना, ईंटें जो है that are working as what, protecting our house, building our blocks, building the full whatever the building material is required there. With the use of that particular thing, it is constructing that particular home or house. So same as what is a cell, we can say cell is a basic structure and function unit of any living organism. Means living organism, how and in which performer does it grow? It grow by giving origination by a cell. Okay? So cell is the simplest, or you can say the smallest unit of life. Whenever you see a seed, let's example लेते हैं हम, seed लेते हैं, seed when it is in a dormant stage means जब तक वो inactive stage में, dormant means inactive stage, we can see it, it is hard, everything is there. But when we give a favorable condition to the seed, like it needs soil, it needs minerals, it needs water, it needs nourishment. So whenever we try get that seed into the soil, what happens after some days? That particular, it is a cell only. It starts, growing up. It gets in an active stage. Okay, everything gets functional. Every part moves. The stem will move to the upward. The root will move to the downward. Every cell will do its own function. See how a single cell originated, growth हुई and then differentiation हुआ. Same as human beings में भी development होता है. Then baby के अंदर जितने भी body parts है वो क्या होते हैं, grow करने लगते हैं. When it grows, it get differentiated later on in stages that will give rise to different system in us. Like हम organs होते हैं, heart हो गया, lungs हो गया. Every cell is getting differentiated and they are forming and performing their own functions. So when we talk that it is a basic structural unit of living organisms, with that things we imply that the cell is the smallest unit of life and all the living beings are made up of the cells. This way, this, and hence we call it that cell is called as the structural unit. जब तक सेल का डेवलपमेंट होगा, बहुत सारे एम्ब्रियो के अंदर डेवलपमेंट होगा, सेल्स बहुत सारे सेल्स बनेंगे, ग्रोथ होगा. So this way every cell will get then differentiated. So it is a structural unit. It gives a structure to that particular organisms. Then if we talk about the functional unit of organisms, functional means different life processes are carried out. Like in human body की बात करें, nutrition is carried out by different cells, excretion by excretory system, respiration by lungs. So every part is getting differentiated and carry out its life processes. With that statement, we imply that it is a functional unit of life. So what is cell? Clear why it is called the basic structure and function unit of a living organisms. Now, by seeing a cell, we cannot see the cell by our naked eye. We need powerful lenses for that. So later on, when it started with the cell, the going of a cell was going on, there was invention of the simple microscope and the compound microscope. In simple microscope, it was invented by or discovered by Anton van Leeuwenhoek in 1632 to 723. So he discovered it as simple microscope, but he was unable to give the name as cell. He just read that we can see the different cells in the bird capillaries, in the tiny organisms, in the drop of water. Like this is the simple microscope. This is an object where we keep the object. This is the lens, a small lens, not very powerful. This is the curvature move up and down. This is a mirror which reflects the light. The way we see here, we adjust it according to the light reflecting on the particular object. So this is a simple microscope. You can see here, we also call it as a dissecting. We can not see very minute cells or structures in it, but we can say little more differentiated in this particular type of microscope. Then later on, Robert Hooke devised a compound microscope. In this compound microscope, very high lenses were used. This is the eyepiece where it actually is also magnifying with magnifying lenses. Different magnifying lenses are there. This is the curvature movement. This is a mirror and the object is laid over here. So these are the different lenses, the 10, 20x, 30x, this way. And it was highly magnified. So he devised Robert Hooke. This way you have to learn this, that Robert Hooke who devised the compound microscope that consists of the two lenses. Many lenses are there nowadays. And he studied where? He studied in the thin slides of cork. Bark hota hai na, bark. Tree ka bark, which is the harder most part. Okay. Hard रहता for some time means it becomes dead. So we can say that Robert Hooke actually saw the dead cells or the dead part of that particular cell. He saw that there were small compartments this way. जैसे honey का hive देखा है ना, उसके structures इस तरह से होते हैं. So he gave the name that they were small compartments. And as the name Latin word is the cellula, and it named is that cell in 1665. The small compartments. Cell means small compartments. Okay. Now these all compartment means it will give rise to, in further stages, different cells. So this is the diagram, or this is the instrument of compound microscope, and this is the simple microscope. Two things to be here. What is a cell? Who discovered simple microscope and who discovered Robert Hooke? And if Robert Hooke discovered, then in which and what things he observed them, where he found it out, gave the name as cell. Then coming to the cell, its basic unit. How will it define? What are the major important points of cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Means every life or every organism starts their life as a single cell. Egg देखो सबसे अच्छा example है इसका. Okay, egg has yolk. It is not connected with the animal, but it has its own nutrition. It will give birth to the young one after some time if it gets favorable conditions. Then in skin we can say, or whenever we get hurt, what we see that the old skin is worn out and it is very easily replaced. Means some kind of meristematic cells would be present there or active cells would be present there which replace that particular skin. Then so we can very clear from it that many cells will form the tissue. The group of cells which are capable of doing work is forming tissues. Okay, and tissues later on get differentiated and forms organs. Okay, cells forming tissues and then organs. Then diversity of cells. Different types of cells in our body which are present. They might be different in size, they might be different in their shape, they might be different in their number as well. Okay, the way the cell get differentiated, we should know about this also. So there is a great variation in their number, shape and size. We can see like in bacteria. So there are bacteria जो पानी में होते हैं wherever or in the this amoeba type, Chlamydomonas, parasites होते हैं, paramecium, chlamydo. In fact, in our stomach also, small parasites are present here. So they are unicellular, or we can say with a single cell. So bacteria cells are the example of the single cell, and human beings are the example of billions of cells inside here. है ना? कितने सारे cells, कितने सारे organs है. So they are formed by the single cell. Okay, they are growing and they form different types of cells. Blood में देख लें, we have blood cells, we have skin cells, bone cells, okay, nerve cells, and they are having different shape also. Yeah. Then cell in plants. प्लांट्स की बात करें तो देखो जाइलम इज परफॉर्मिंग. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि फ्लोएम और जाइलम में कोई फर्क नहीं होगा. फ्लोएम एंड जाइलम आर द टाइप ऑफ cells which are present. Phloem is the conducting of minerals towards the stem or against the gravity, and xylem is present in the roots. So it means that root और stem का function अलग अलग है. So means it is performing different functions according to whatever has been given to them, as well as cell, a single cell से बहुत सारे cells develop हुए, grow हुए. Okay. Then coming to the shape, when the cell is single, it is known as unicellular, which maintain now how it is this particular nucleus, this is the nucleus which is actually the main part of that particular cell, which performs all the functions. They maintain their shape like in amoeba. इसका कोई shape नहीं होता है. It moves. These are podas. Podas means foot. So these move in amoeboid movement. Euglena, this is also single cellular. Paramecium, sleeper like. इसका shape देखो अलग है. इस sleeper animalcule भी बोलते हैं हम. Chlamydomonas, which is present in a stomach also, in the stomach of organisms, small insects. So WBC, there also means why they are amoeboid shape means WBC का amoeboid shape कैसे होगा, so that they can easily move. देखो particular shape होगा तो they might be difficult in moving from the nerves or from the capillaries. So they are amoeboid like structure so that they can easily move from one place to another. Then oval shape is of chlamydomonas. Oblong. Oblong means somewhat oblong as well as sleeper like, that is paramecium. Then elongated are muscle cells. इस तरह से हमारे muscle cells इस तरह से elongated होते हैं. They might be called spindle shape also. इस तरह से. Okay. So these are the different type of shapes which we can see all around. Then the sizes of cell. The cells are usually microscopic, so we have to see them in the microscope, and the unit is the micron. Okay, unit is the micron. 1 millimeter is equals to 1000 micron, or inversely we can say 1 micron will be equal to 1 of the 1000th of the millimeter. So the cell varies from 3 to 30 micron in size. They might be different in them. Like in the smallest are in the human beings, that is the RBC. इसका structure बहुत छोटा होता है. They might be, near about ranging from minus of 0.2 to 0.5 or a little more less than that also. Then hen's egg is 6 centimeter, with that of the ostrich is 23 centimeter. We are talking about the length of that particular. Okay, and long as nerve cells, these nerve cells are 3 meters, that of the elephants. So this way the sizes of cells are also, we can say they are variation in their sizes also. Then calling on to the number. Number say we give them the name. If it is a single cell, we name it as unicellular. If there are more than one cell or many cell are there, we call them as multicellular organism. जैसे कि जितने भी यूनिसेलुलर को हम बार बार बात कर रहे हैं, बैक्टीरियाज हो गए, अमीबा हो गए, यस. एंड देन मल्टीसेलुलर में सबसे अच्छा एग्जांपल हमारा ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, वर्टिब्रेट्स हुए, ये सब एनिमल्स हुए, दीज ऑल आर मल्टीसेलुलर. देन कमिंग टू द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सेल. अच्छा, हमने बात कर ली अब सेल की वेरिएशंस की, डाइवर्सिटी की. अब बात करते हैं एक्चुअली सेल का स्ट्रक्चर होता कैसा है. सेल इज एक्चुअली बाउंडेड. कभी भी कोई भी चीज आप देख रहे हैं, कोई फ्रूट देख रहे हैं, दे हैव अ कवरिंग, है ना, उसकी कवरिंग होती है. देन इनसाइड इज अ फ्लूइड और अ पल्पी, लाइक हम फ्रूट देखते हैं तो उसका बाहर का पोर्शन हार्ड होगा, कईयों में बहुत हार्ड होता है. देन इनसाइड इज पल्पी, देन इनसाइड देयर सीड्स आर प्रेजेंट व्हिच आर एक्चुअली लिटिल मोर हार्डर. Okay, so this way is our structure of cell is also there. Cell is bounded by a cell membrane. Now these are the technical names and you should learn them. Okay, cell membrane. Membrane means outer covering. Okay, cell ka membrane will be cell membrane, or with other name we give it as plasma membrane. Now this cell, simply this cell will be filled. ये सेल को हमने आउटर कवरिंग दे दी, हमने उसको नाम दे दिया सेल मेम्ब्रेन और प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. नाउ दिस सेल विल बी फिल्ड विद द फ्लूइड, this fluid, and the intensive darker portion inside given the name as nucleus. Okay? Nucleus बहुत important part है which carry on. जैसे कि brain होता है वैसे nucleus होता है which has the DNA or the genetic material which is passed from one generation to another, as well as they help in the formation of proteins, various other, so it is a important part. Then the other which actually surrounds the nucleus, this is the semi-solid portion, we call them as cytoplasm. Cyto means liquid or cell which is present in the form of fluid. This is the cytoplasm. So and this we named it as cell membrane. So basic components या main components, अभी main components की बात कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारे parts हैं, अभी cell organelles भी होंगी इसमें present, but हम अभी major बात करते हैं कि the main components of the cell is cell membrane or plasma membrane. Then cytoplasm, cyto means liquid or semi-solid structure, plasm. Then nucleus, the denser, darker portion which is present, which consists of the DNA or the genetic material. And this cytoplasm consists of many organelles, mitochondria, RBCs, contractile vacuole, lysosomes. These are called as cell organelles, means different cell organs which are actually perform different functions in our body or in a cell. They are called as cell organelles. So they are the different components of the cell. So I think so from here it is clear that what is the basic structure of cell. I'll just go with the very short videos, not very long. Just see step by step. If you'll find it good, then do read the and like and give any comment or any questions you want to share it out. So and I'll make you easier also the way to make the structure of a cell in a very easy way. Then we can see here the structure of animal and plant cell. What is the difference between the animal and plant cell? ये एक foremost question है. So आगे अगर हम सिर्फ बेसिक की बात करते हैं तो we talk that the plant cell consists of cell wall, है ना. प्लांट को कभी भी देखेंगे उसके आउटर साइड में बार्क होती है, एनिमल के तो नहीं होती है. So this is the cell wall and it's a non-living structure या non-living portion of the cell. Okay, and in animal cell we have cell membrane together with the inside this. Here is the cell membrane. This portion. Okay, इस portion को हमने cell membrane बोला, as well as in plant cell. Cell membrane means cell membrane is present in both animals and plant cell. But अगर हम difference की बात करें, common difference. Okay, अभी हम डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, अभी हम इस कंपोनेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं कि एनिमल्स में और प्लांट्स में. प्लांट्स में सेल वॉल इज प्रेजेंट which is absent in case of animals. Okay, present I have written in short this way. Then cell membrane is present in both plant and animal cell. Okay, then the third component, that is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a semi-solid structure. This is which is actually enclosing all these organelles, or we can say different organelles are present in cytoplasm. It is present both as well as both in plant and animal cell. Then different cell organelles. These are the different cell mitochondria which is present here. In this particular cell organelles, some of will be present in only plant cells. Okay, like हमें पता है plant cell which are green in color, this consists of chloroplast. So chloroplast will be present in plant cell only. Yes, same as some vacuoles will be present on only plant cell only. So various centrioles will be present in animal cells only. So difference in few organelles which are present in plant cell and will be not available in the animal cell. So this way we can say that cell plays a major role and each cell perform its own function. There is a difference in their structure of animal and plant cell, might be like location, the occurrence of different membranes, then they might be living or non-living, as well as talking about the permeability. एक word और आ रहा है, permeability. Now what is permeability? Permeability means that किसी को घर के अंदर आने देना और किसको नहीं आना, है ना. जैसे हम चाहते हैं कि एनिमीज घर के अंदर नहीं आएंगे और जो फ्रेंड्स होंगे वो अंदर आ जाएंगे. सो परमेबिलिटी का मीन्स होता है कि द सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज एबल टू एब्जॉर्ब और इट पासेस, इट गिव्स द परमिशन टू पास थ्रू द सेल मेम्ब्रेन. वो एब्जॉर्प्शन हो, वाटर का हो, सोल्यूशन का हो, केमिकल का हो, कुछ भी हो. बट सेल वॉल जो होती है ये दिस अलाउज ओनली फ्री पैसेज ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस थ्रू इट. इट मींस इट इज परमिएबल. Cell wall is very much permeable. बट जो सेल मेम्ब्रेन होती है इट इज सिलेक्टिवली परमिएबल. सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज सिलेक्टिवली परमिएबल. अब देखो सिलेक्टिवली मतलब मैं चाहूंगी वही अंदर आएंगे. Okay, it will only pass selective substance to pass through it. It will only pass selective substance to pass through it. So, and it is usually made up of a complex carbohydrate that is known as cellulose. ये भी पता होना चाहिए. Cellulose structure है. It is a carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate structure. So, cell wall, we can say that it is made up of the cellulose. अब प्लांट्स और एनिमल के केस में भी अलग अलग होता है, बट हम थोड़ा सा कॉमनली ये भी पढ़ते हैं कि इट इज द सेलुलोज एज वेल एज. अब सेल वॉल का फंक्शन क्या होगा? इट इज वेरी मच क्लियर. आउटर कवरिंग है. आउटर कवरिंग है, इट मींस इट गिव्स द डेफिनाइट शेप टू द प्लांट सेल. इट प्रोवाइड्स द स्ट्रेंथ एंड रिजिडिटी, है ना. स्ट्रेंथ देगा उसको, रिजिडिटी देगा. देन द फ्लूइड इनसाइड दैट इज द साइटोप्लाज्म. अब साइटोप्लाज्म इनसाइड है तो वो क्या करता है? जैसे कि हमारे ऑर्गन्स है, डिफरेंट का हार्ट है, लंग्स है. आपने स्ट्रक्चर अगर पहले कभी पढ़ा होगा तो इट इज ऑलवेज सराउंडेड बाय अ लिक्विड लाइक सब्सटेंस, देन बाय इट्स आउटर लेयर. व्हाई? सो दैट कोई भी चीज को अगर हम प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं? उसके चारों तरफ हार्ड या फिर थर्माकोल लगा रहे होते हैं, फिर उसको बॉक्सेस के अंदर डालते हैं. इट मीन्स दैट वो शॉक प्रूफ बन जाए. So this cytoplasm which is present here actually provides its strength also as well as elasticity to the particular cell so that it does not get break up very easily. अगर rigid हो जाएगा, strong हो जाएगा, hard हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा? ब्रेक आसानी से होगा. When it is flexible, it will take time. So basic functions मैंने आपसे डिस्कस किए हैं अभी. We'll later on read one cell organelles together with their functions. So I think so till here basic structure of cell, how it is diversified, and what are the basic components of the cell, and what are the difference of the structure of animal plant cell. I'll make you to if you give in the comment the how to make or draw, we will easily draw this particular by first reading all the cell organelles. Then only we'll be able to make all these structures. Okay, so thank you for now. Do like, एक like तो बनता है, so that I get encouraged by the things all. Thank you.